a visionary. She started her own company, Davonna, Prima Donna, an accessories brand, international accessories brand. The minute she walked into her office, she's just been here for a week and we're already putting her to work. As soon as she walked in, I felt this energy, and the interactions that we've had over the past week, the confirmation is that she belongs here. She belongs here, and you guys get to experience what I've been able to experience over the past week as it relates to just how passionate and committed she is to sharing what she knows about effective communication, and she's going to help you guys develop this elevator pitch. Because if you cannot tell a potential funder, a potential customer, a potential supporter, what your business about, what your business, I speak English, I used to edit the newspaper. What your business is about succinctly, then you might miss out on a wonderful opportunity. So without further ado, I'm going to bring up my beautiful colleague, Davonna May. Welcome her.
Thank you. Do I need this? Do I need this? I have this? I can use this? So I need to use this? Okay. Hi guys, family. All right, so y'all, I might be a little nervous because I had like 3 days to prepare this. So I'm gonna have notes, okay? So y'all gonna just rock with me because that's what we do. So I always like to open up every one of my days with a powerful saying or a mantra or an affirmation. So if y'all would like kind of get involved with this with me, can y'all say it with me? Okay, so just repeat after me, okay? We are born leaders. We are born leaders. Liberated dreamers. Liberated dreamers. High achievers. High achievers. Powerful innovators. Powerful innovators. Courageous history makers. Courageous history makers. Pioneers of generations. Pioneers of generations. Legacy leaders. Legacy leaders. And opportunity creators. Opportunity creators. We are believers in love. We are believers in love. And warriors of faith. We are the strength, and soul, to our global community. We were created to rock. Period. Thank you. Today, what I want you to know is that you are fully supported. You are surrounded by people who are ready and willing to help you carry out the mission that you were born to do. You were especially selected to carry out this gift, this dream, this business that only you can do. So I need you today to drop all your fears, because I need you to know that when you follow your purpose, every resource becomes available to you. Extra favor gets poured onto you. There's so many hands and so many people that are willing to help you lift up to your next level, and you're in the right place right now today to be surrounded and supported. So I just want you to feel confident in knowing that you have to drop your fears, because you have something so important inside of you that the world needs, that you don't even have time to think about the doubts anymore. Because whatever that business is, whatever that dream is meant to change the world. And so with all that being said, it's just time to drop those fears, get into who you are, define your business, define your purpose, and define your why. So. I'm nervous, but we're gonna do this. Thank you. Love y'all, for real. So my name is Davonna May. I am the visionary, the designer, and the stylist of Belladonna, Prima Donna Accessory House, where luxury meets affordability and every day is extraordinary. We believe that every woman deserves a piece of luxury, and we are leaving a legacy of self-love and empowerment, one accessory at a time. So, let me see if I can get this to work. Oh, come on now. Belladonna Prima Donna is a voice for all women to be celebrated. We are a stepping stone to self-love and personal discovery. It takes one accessory to empower a woman's inner greatness to shine, and Belladonna ignites that next level of greatness. My business, Belladonna, is all about purpose. So we use beautiful jewelry to kind of open doors and open conversations. Conversations about how we can help each other grow and build and just heal and be better and get into our gifts. So I personally created my business out of a very inspired but like broken place. So I was gifted with a visionary mind, but I had this wisdom that was before my time, and I was like surrounded by small thinkers and people who were like ruled by fear. So I was ridiculed and I was like exiled from my family, and they just thought I was crazy. They thought I was a failure for not taking the path that I had originally like got on. Hold on. So I graduated law school in 2010, and I'm usually like not so nervous, but I'm just like, Thank you. So I graduated law school in 2010, and in my last year of law school, I realized I had this overpowering vision. You guys ever feel that? Like something inside of you just haunts you and hunts you down. It just tells you who you are. It kept saying, start a business, start a business. So I had no idea the significance of why God wanted me to start my business, but I just was obedient and I just believed in it. So I got home and I told my mom, like, I graduated, now I have to start a business. She literally didn't talk to me for 10 years. She was so disappointed in me. She thought that I was a complete failure. I literally built my business crying every single day. No support. I was not only just not believed in, but torn down. You know, like actively just tearing at me. Just, are you crazy? Are you on drugs? What is wrong with you? You wasted all my money. So I was just being torn. But I had this drive inside of me that was like, listen, you have to do this. So yeah, I was broken, but I just couldn't get defeated. And when I felt powerless and when I felt torn down, what I started to do was help other people feel better about themselves. So I would use my jewelry as a way to empower other women. So I donated a piece of jewelry to a stranger, for instance. Like, I would literally walk down the street and see a woman and be like, hey, I got this pretty jewelry, do you want some? And she'd take it and she'd be like, oh my God, thank you so much. And I just see the light come inside of her. And the fact that somebody loved her enough or just thought about her that day, it just kind of brought this shine into her. And then I would whenever somebody would call me crazy, I would use social media and I would get on there and tell women you're brilliant, you're amazing, you're extraordinary. So whenever I had good news to tell somebody and they didn't care, I would go to my friends' events and celebrate other people, celebrate their achievements. So it was in this spirit that my calling became clear, and I just knew that I was there to empower other women to step into their greatness. Y'all not gonna invite me to talk no more because y'all think I'm too nervous, but I'm gonna get past this. We're gonna get past this. But in that space, I just realized women and men too, we all have so many odds against us, whether it's family, whether it's self-doubt, whether you don't have money. I mean, I was literally broke. I had no money, no support. I was walking to and from the library just to use the internet once or twice a day. I had no clothes. I was wearing the same shoes every day. I just was a pitiful mess, but I was so powerful because of the dream and the vision that I had inside of me. So I got up every day with that purpose and that power, and it really just changed my life for real. So it showed me that I am supposed to help other women just power through their doubts, power through their fears, power through their obstacles, and just help them to believe in who they are and believe in the gifts that they have. Oh my God. So, whenever I get a chance to sit down and style a client, it's I give her a safe place to tell her story, and also it gives us a chance to pour into her, to speak life into her dreams. And our jewelry is just a symbol that she is powerful enough to attain the life that she actually was created for. And as a result, there becomes this reawakening and this purpose that reinstills inside of you, and then a new woman is born, really, essentially in that space. Oh my God, I can't physically, I can't even help it. My voice won't just, you know what I mean? So, the thing is, right? We all know that it takes a lot of courage to just show up for yourself, to show up for your dream. Because I can sit up here and I can talk about all of the hard times and everything like that. But I think like the most important thing to focus on is, do you really know how important your dream is? Like I mentioned, your dream is the thing that's going to change the world. It's the thing that's going to heal your family. It's going to create income for another family. It's going to bring a family back together. It's going to break generational curses, and it's going to bring wealth to your family. So in the space of me having all these haters and all these doubters, right? My mom was my biggest critic, and she beat me down so much. But because I stayed steadfast, not only did she see the fruits of my labor, but she is now a part of my dream. She is now a part of the reason why I'm successful. She's not my biggest supporter. So you can really change other people's lives, but you have to stay steadfast. You have to be courageous enough, long enough to see your dream manifest. And sometimes people need to see the proof, and then you open up a door for them. So your dreams are not for you, they're for somebody else. So I had a really crazy revelation one day. So I was maybe 5 or 6 years into my business journey, and I was at rock bottom. Everything was just falling apart. I just wasn't seeing the fruits of my labor. Mind you, by this time I had done New York Fashion Week. I had been international. You know how you could be successful, but you still broke? I was everywhere. Everybody knew about my business, but I still was in this broken, depressed place. So I was on the couch, and I was just pitiful again. But I just heard the voice of God. I'm telling you, y'all. And it was I need you to get up. It was I need you to do what I asked you to do. Because if you don't, there's going to be generations of young women who do not have a direction to follow, and they are going to be led into destruction. So if you don't do what I asked you to do, they're going to have no path, and they're going to be destroyed. If you stand in the authority that I gave you, they're going to succeed, and there's going to be generations of greatness because you stood. But if you don't, they will be destroyed. So that was so powerful for me, because it's I'm here to help somebody else. Imagine women who have something inside of them, but they don't have a leader or a role model, or they can't wake up and see somebody on the internet that makes them feel worthy, or they can do it. So when I realized that God needed me, it wasn't just oh, you're cool and you can do this. It was no, I really need you, because I love my people enough to use. I need you to lead them because I love them so much. Man. So he spoke directly to my heart, and then I realized that I was here to save somebody else's life. And in this space, I have watched and seen and been a part of so many women's development, so many people's businesses. People, I look on the internet and I see the influence that I've had across the country, internationally, and I just I can't believe it. And he was right, because there's so many women who said, thank you, Davonna, for standing in your faith. Thank you for standing in your courage. Thank you for continuing on, because of that, I got closer to God. Because of that, I published my book. Because of that, I started my business. And I just know that these women were just like me. They were kind of headed toward a path of destruction, self-destruction. So I was just so grateful that God believed in me that much. And so, if he believes in you, if he gave you the dream, if he keeps haunting you with it, then it's for you to believe in yourself, because he believes in you. So forget all the doubt, forget all the naysayers. If you got something inside of you, you have to do it, because it's going to save somebody else's life. So that is a little bit about my story. Now I want to know about your story. So as far as the elevator pitch goes, let me switch the picture. So, this is Amara La Negra. I was able to accessorize her 1 year. She did a People in Espanol magazine. This is a girl that she was published in a French magazine, and that's a piece of our jewelry. That's her again wearing our gold body chain. So this is what I want you guys to think about. My accessories were published in this magazine that made a Times Square billboard. So that was a huge deal. I was a part of a billboard in Times Square in New York. So the thing is if you were given the opportunity to have your business on the billboard, What would it represent? What would it stand for? Like, what would you say? So I want you guys, if you don't mind, to take a few minutes and kind of develop your elevator pitch and 30 seconds of who you are and why you're going to change the world. So these are some of the things that you could think about. What problem are you going to solve? Who are you going to impact? What pain have you identified in your community? How will your product help resolve that? Why do people need what you have? And what qualifies you to lead your industry? So think about these things and try to condense it into like a 30-second little spiel, and then we'll go around. And then just imagine that you can and will be on the billboard too one day. Imagine that people are going to stop and stare and want to take pictures in front of what you created, and they're going to want to be a part of it. They're going to want to invest in it. They're going to want to work for you. They're going to be so inspired by what you do. So create your pitch, think about who you are, and then we'll get back to each other. We'll get back to you, and then we'll go from there. Thank y'all. So we'll do like 10 minutes, probably like give you guys like 10 minutes to like think about it, write it down, and then we'll go through it. Yes. So what problems are you solving? Who are you going to impact? What pain have you identified in your community? And how will your product help resolve that pain? Why do people need what you have? And what qualifies you to lead your industry? And while you guys are like writing that, I want you to consider that you can create a product or a service that fixes problems people didn't even know they had. So for instance, with the accessories business, nobody really cared about accessories back when I started doing it. But when I showed up on set with these beautiful accessories and I put it onto a designer's garment, it took their look from ordinary to extraordinary. So just know that you can create a space where there was none. And don't be afraid to take that risk and to convince the world just because you are who you are that this is what they need. So don't think you just have to fit in or that there's a standard. So what you can create or what service you can provide. So just keep that in mind when you're writing out your pitch.